These homicides are the most predictable homicides that there are. These are the ones that we have the best chance of preventing, and that's why I'm doing this work. In nearly every case, we noticed that the perpetrator had a history of coercive control or stalking or domestic abuse, and that history does not have to be a record. It could actually just be allegations from ex-partners. This stage is where two people have just met and they're thinking of forming a relationship, but in this stage everything seems to be speeded up, almost twice the speed of what you would expect from a normal relationship. So maybe moving in together very, very early, declaring love very, very early. The two people are now in a relationship, and it's dominated by coercive control, stalking, domestic abuse. So lots of controlling behaviours. So perhaps the victim isn't allowed to go out when she wants to, or perhaps not dress in the way that she wants to, becomes isolated from her family, that kind of thing. This was an interesting stage because this was when risk really started to rise. So it's something that happens that threatens the amount of control that the perpetrator has over the victim or the relationship. Most of the time that threat comes from separation. So when a person feels that they're losing control, what they will usually do, because it's really important to them to have control, is to try and get that control back. And that's when we see the behaviours in stage 5, which we call an escalation. So those controlling behaviours will get more frequent or maybe more severe. This is quite a difficult stage to see, but it's when the perpetrator makes a decision as to how they're going to deal with the loss of control. Sometimes they will just form a new relationship and go on to their next victim. Sometimes the victim will go back and they go back to stage 3. But sometimes this is the stage they make the decision that they're going to kill someone. So once they've made the decision that they're going to kill someone, they can be quite rigid in their plan to do that, but then they have to start planning it. And so they might do things like go out and buy weapons, dig graves, plan for somebody to look as if they had gone missing, search for methods for killing people on the internet, for example. The final stage is clearly where they complete the homicide. They actually do kill someone, and that can be done in any number of ways. There is no one dominant way that people did this, but most of them were very, very violent, which reflects probably the amount of anger that they're feeling.